going to show you what I wore, because how do you enjoy the mountains, the hikes, the outdoor games, the lounging, as well as presenting at a functional medicine conference. This is my first look video. As you know, you might have seen some of my sales on eBay. You can check that video out, or you might have seen my short reels on what I've currently got selling. So in addition to being a naturopathic doctor, where I am helping small businesses, I'm naturopathic doctor Millie Lytle. Welcome to No More Sweats, my lifestyle channel. A couple of weeks ago, I was invited to present two, not one, but two talks at a functional medicine retreat in the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina. So me, living in Florida, needed to travel to North Carolina and then get picked up by transportation and take a 2.5-hour car ride with another guest speaker and a group of attendees up in the mountains. It was amazing. It was beautiful. It was different weather than in Florida. So I'm used to it being in the 80s and the 90s at this time of year, this being May and like mid to late May. And there it was in the 50s in the evening. It called for thunderstorms and a mix of sun and clouds, high of mid 70s. And so I was going to have to hike and do games with the group. I was going to have to lounge and chill out. I was going to have to listen to other speakers and as well as present as a speaker myself. So I'm going to show you here what I packed and what I wore for this journey. There was Friday, was my travel day, and we arrived at the retreat. Saturday morning, I presented second. My first talk was on the heart rate variability mirror, how to use it diagnostically for oneself and one's patients using the HeartMath tool, and other tools as well that I presented during that talk. My second talk was on implementing AI tools into a functional medicine practice. So they both went really well. I was very happy with most of the talks. You know, we can always critique ourselves. I want to thank Alyssa Beltempo. She's another one of my inspo ladies. She's a stylist, an amazing stylist. She is from Canada, same as me, but she's currently, as far as I know, living in Italy. She's always doing capsule wardrobes and what she's taking when she's traveling. And so that inspired me to do this video. So thanks so much, Alyssa. We don't know each other. I would love to meet you someday. To bring this carry-on, standard size, not the small size, but the form standard size. I don't know about you, but I like to be comfortable when I travel.
This cute little
This
fabletics
suit is smart because it sweats and it's a set. I like to have some comfy, cozy running socks. And here are my weatherproof Gore-Tex Lululemon sneakers in lemon chiffon. I bought them for my trip to Paris and I'm so glad I did, because you can splash around, your feet never get wet, and I think they look great. I love the pop of color with the gray sweatsuit, and I feel great in this outfit. It's a sweatsuit. It's not necessarily sexy. It has a little drawstring at the waist. I also wear a mask when I travel. This is actually not the mask that I wore that day. The one I wore was black and white. But these are Fabletics masks, and they're made of spandex. And the reason I wear masks is because I touch my face a lot. Now this is day 2. This is the day I presented. This is a Gwellia suit that was recommended by Lydia Tomlinson on her channel. I got 30% off the original price and I'm so happy with this suit. This suit is just gorgeous. It's in a sage green. It's got these big gold buckles. It resembles a double-breasted suit. In fact, it is double-breasted. The jacket is cropped. The pants have an elastic waist, and I paired them with my Zara flat mules in red. I think this is a really smart outfit. It was very easy, as comfortable as a sweatsuit to present in and just be comfortable with at the retreat. And I got so many compliments on this. And an Italian lady who was attending said, "Ooh, in Italy, we like chic." So I really appreciate this from my Italian sensibility. I am so happy with this find. It was a great all-weather suit, and I didn't wear it all day. I actually took it off and wore another outfit that I'll demonstrate soon. So there's a lot of blank space in this video. I think I should have cut this out, this outfit. So these are Lululemon pants and cocoa brown, and I'm wearing them with a Ralph Lauren white lace ribbed tank top. It's just a cotton tank top, but it doesn't have a low neckline, and it has pretty thick straps, and so I think it's pretty conservative. These are my white Birkenstocks in vegan leather, and I paired this outfit with a sweater. I made so much use of this sweater over the weekend. I'm so glad that I brought this at the retreat. It's so versatile. You can put it over your shoulders. I put it on. I love the length of this sweater. It's an oversized. It's got these side splits, and I love white. Living in Florida, I tend to be tanned. I love having a tan. I love the way it shows off my skin. I'm doing the sandwich effect like Lydia Tomlinson promotes. You can see that Peanut Buster, my dog, took a bite out of that sandal, but it doesn't prevent me from wearing them. And these were a gift from my friend Emily, who is such a fashion horse. Now here is my Uniqlo rain jacket. I just love this outfit. It reminds me of boating. It reminds me of sailing. It reminds me of the beach. And I wear this all season in Florida. In New York, when I lived there, I wore it in spring and in the fall. It's so lightweight. It's canvas on the bottom and kind of nylon on the top. It's a little two-tone white jacket. It's got a split at the bottom. It's got a hood. It zips and it snaps. I did just put it through the wash, so I have a hard time finding the zipper. It was up there. But it's oversized, so you can wear the big bulky sweater underneath it. And I'm not afraid to look bigger than I am, let's say. I'm pretty comfortable with that. However, it is nice to also have a shape. But this Uniqlo jacket really doesn't have a shape. So this sweater I found a little too bulky underneath when I tried it on, so I wanted to take it off. And honestly, this is what I threw on all weekend at the retreat. So if I was cool or I thought I was going to be somewhere cool, I bring the sweater. Now I could have worn a sweatshirt with these pants as well. I don't find this looks too bad. It does kind of sit nicely at the hip, so higher. It's more cropped, this sweatshirt, than the sweater is. To be honest, I like the sweater better than the sweatshirt with the pants, and I did not wear that combination at the retreat. But I did wear this jacket with these pants and the white tank top. Again, we're demonstrating a sandwich effect. We've got white and light color at the top and on the feet. And I like how this balances the proportion with a skinny leg pant. And this snaps up. I'm just demonstrating that here. I think this is a really cute look. It's really casual. It's really comfortable. It's great for a rustic environment. You wouldn't want to go anywhere too dirty with this jacket. However, I wore it a lot of the weekend and it did thunderstorm, so I'm so glad I brought it. Now here are my Fabletics Flare Fit Leg yoga pants. I wore these every time I did yoga, and I wore them with this Fabletics cropped halter bra. I love it. It's super covered. It has a cross at the back, but it doesn't show any cleavage. And I also brought these little yoga socks because sometimes you never know if your sticky mat's going to be sticky enough. And when you're going to a public yoga space, it's nice to have something on your feet sometimes, but they grip on the bottom. I just love these pants. These are my favorite yoga pants. And I think they look really great in this cotton candy pink with this black top. And I just love this outfit. I could admire myself in the mirror wearing this outfit and feel really comfortable. I love the flare. It's so elongating of the leg. And you can see that I do not have a perfectly flat tummy. I have fibroids and my tummy kind of protrudes much more now than it used to. Now, this was my second day outfit. The second day of my presentation, I ended up presenting again on the Sunday, and these are H&M resort wear, and I love this leaf pattern. And this is a Goelia acetate sheer top that was also a second recommendation from Lydia Tomlinson. I bought it for myself on my birthday, and it's sheer and it fits, but it's got pockets, so it's covered, and it looks so good, I think, over this orange bralette. Now here I am putting the sweatsuit, the sweatshirt on with these pants. These pants, I love the big border on the bottom, and I'm still wearing them with the yoga sockies. I certainly did not do this at the retreat, but I did wear these pants on the second day with my yellow chiffon sneakers, and I love this look. I think this look is really comfy. Now, would I wear it in the city? Maybe not, but because I was traveling, I was at a retreat, I wanted to be comfortable, I only had so much footwear, I really liked the proportion of these larger sneakers with the bell leg of these pants better than the Birkenstock, for instance. Now, could I have worn it with the red mules? Maybe. A daintier shoe might have also been really nice, and probably a ballet flat. I might have worn this if I was at home. I love these pants with the oversized sweater. I think that the sweater with the boat neck, it shows a little bit of your bra or your top, whatever you're wearing under it at the neck. I think this is a really cute, relaxed, comfortable outfit. Now, could I tuck the sweater in a little bit, a little messy tuck on the front? I think that looks great. Honestly, I'm very not too picky. Now, I am not a stylist, so I cannot tell you all the details that some of my favorite stylists point out, but I do know what I like to wear and what I feel good in. Do I miss sometimes with the proportion? Maybe. Now, I did use a little French tuck, this little half tuck at the retreat. I could have done the full tuck in, but I didn't. I did this little half tuck. Somebody even came over and kind of like picked it out, which is annoying when people pick at your clothes. They want to fix you. It was not accidental. It was fully on purpose. This shirt is a little too cropped to tuck it in at the back, although it could be done. And so you can see how the orange bralette just pops underneath this shirt, but I've done it up almost to the top, but you can really leave it open or closed. Now these high-waisted cropped jeans are from H&M. They're actually in a muted salmon color, and I've had a lot of problems with these jeans because of the discoloration once I washed them. There's bleached areas, but in any case, I wore these on the last day, my travel day. I think they look great with these white Birkenstocks, although I did not wear them like that. What I decided to do was wear them with the sneakers, although I'm trying them on with these mules, and maybe for the city I would wear it, but at the retreat, it's not really appropriate footwear for me for travel. I probably wouldn't have presented in these jeans, although you could. If I dressed it up, maybe with the white sheer shirt, I could have presented like that. But this is actually the shirt that I wore with these jeans. It's a shirt I picked up at the retreat from my good buddy, Donna Hollinshead. She's got this artisan painting clothing company, and she helps out at the retreat. And so I picked this up from her. It is a trapeze waist, this kind of tiered, frilly chambray shirt. It's from the Gap, actually. And probably from a styling perspective does not really go with these wide leg pants and these boxy sneakers. And then when I add the sweater over top, I think this is a really chic outfit, really good for maybe walking around in the city in the fall, certainly good for a retreat, good for travel because your feet are covered and you're warm. I do try it on here with the sweatshirt. This is not particularly a look that I like. The sweatshirt is just too cropped. It comes above the shirt, so you can see the shirt hanging out, and the shirt is actually more flared than the sweatshirt, so it just does not do anything for the outfit. You might try to tuck it in a little bit. It does look maybe a little bit better, although I don't want to have so much fabric at my waist. So ultimately, this was my travel outfit. I paired it with the sweater. I had the jacket with me. I think this is adorable. This is very beachy in the winter. I would likely wear this, just to throw it on, walk the dog. This was great for a retreat. I'm so glad I had all these pieces with me. And my sunnies, I wore these ones that I got at Marshall's. They're black and they have gold accents. And this is my hardware. Clip, earrings, rings, Goelia wheat sheaf brooch, silver and diamond earrings. And I want to thank Donna Hollinshead for providing me with amazing customized merch for the event. It's not customized in the regular corporate or small business way. Beautiful piece that I love so much, and I've even worn it several times since I've been back from the retreat. So thank you, Donna. Tell me what you think of it. It's the top that I wear on the Monday, the last day. All in all, I'm very happy with the way my outfits worked out. Oh, and I also want to thank Lydia Tomlinson. So these are a couple of her wardrobe recommendations from Goelia. She was running a sale at that time, and so I bought myself a suit, and it came with a complimentary brooch, a wheat sheaf brooch, and the blouse, the boxy cropped white blouse, was also a recommendation. So thanks, Lydia. Your recommendations really worked.